so I downloaded Hinge. But then my phone, it fell through a hole in my pocket and it broke, so I didn't meet anyone, and so I'm not going to be humiliating a stranger tonight. But, people always ask me, they go, Neha, how are you still single? And I go, if you really believe in yourself, you can miss 100% of the dates you don't leave the house for. It's pretty like this is a pretty big pivot from my 20s, because my 20s were quite a shit show. Like, my dating in my 20s was such a shit show that my pubes were graying faster than my head hair. My pubes were like a president's first term in office. I had so many grays down there. I used to call my vagina my wisecrack. But they stopped. So I had to take a step back from dating, because I realized these things that I was finding myself attracted to were largely plot devices in crime dramas about murdering women. So this is me on Tinder. Oh, he's not on Instagram. That's cool. Oh, he's a trained butcher. That's so quirky. Oh my god, he's got a taxidermy collection. That is so random. I feel like everything's falling apart, and everyone's just giving up, right? Everyone's quiet quitting, and trains are derailing, and no one can afford eggs anymore. And the Wall Street Journal is telling people to skip meals. That was a real article. They were like, I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm just so tired of hearing this. Don't eat or don't be poor. I don't care. As if anyone they're talking to could afford their fucking paywall. Read this shit. But what I really think is a sign of the times is Kendall Jenner hanging out with Bad Bunny. The fuck is up with that? The reality of the situation is society's collapsing. That's just it. And I have been worried about the subway system, kind of subway trains just derailing ever since I found out that the signal system hasn't been updated since 1904. That is both before Betty White was born and also before we knew germs. Germs were just a theory back then. It wasn't a thing. We were still on the gold standard. So I really think there's a high likelihood that all of us are going to die on the subway tonight. I didn't come here to get stressed out. Well, guess what? Tonight is about my insecurities. Fuck, I forgot. Damn it, this is an insecurity too. What was my next line? See how I replaced my phone already and I still haven't been on a date? Yeah. So it's fine. So I'm totally fine with dying on the subway, and I think you guys should be too, because that means we're not gonna die alone. Right? No, that's the truth of it. So the threat of dying alone, I think, has to be the biggest scam in the world, because if you think about it, everyone pretty much dies alone, unless it's some group death scenario, like dying on the subway. But yeah, so, and I think it can actually also be a flex in the afterlife to not die alone, in a group death, because I really think we're living in a time where group deaths there's just a very high probability. Russia just suspended a nuclear treaty, and it's just we're all fucked. We're really fucked. We're all gonna die. Anyway, so yeah. But no, imagine getting to the pearly gates, right? And there's the party of five in front of you is yeah, party of five, please. And then they seat them, and then you're next, and God is looking at you, and you're by yourself, and you're carrying the book that you read on your commute, and he's just will you be dying alone tonight? And you're like, no, actually, I'm here with a group. So, flex, right? Fucking phone again. Oh, yeah. So also imagine another scenario where when you die, you get assigned a totally new zodiac sign, right? So you get a completely new personality in the afterlife, right? So it could be like I'm a Leo, but I'm a Taurus dying. So I'm actually okay with death because of my fierce independence. My For You page on my TikTok, somebody mentioned TikTok earlier, I'm very much on TikTok. It changes depending what time of day it is. So, because usually I wake up angry. So like my TikTok in the morning, it's a lot of people complaining about stuff. But then like later in the day when I calm down, it's like musicians duetting with animals and it's like adorable. But in the morning, so the morning TikTok has introduced me to disgruntled wife TikTok. I don't know if anyone's familiar, but this is where wives complain about their husbands using weaponized incompetence to like get out of housework and like parenting and all that stuff. And weaponized incompetence is basically when you pretend to be bad at something, or like you pretend to be bad at something to get out of people expecting you to do it later. You know, like the government. So, disgruntled wife TikTok has made me realize that the nuclear family is a multi-level marketing scheme. Hear me out. So it always starts with like a married friend or a relative who's like, hey, haven't seen you in a while, how's it going? You know, I'm in this new group now. And you're like, oh, okay. And then you start talking, and then they start talking, and they're talking about their nuclear family and how like fulfilling it is, almost like a get-rich-quick scheme for your emotions. So it's like, are you feeling like you need to accomplish something, but you don't want to go back to school? Get a nuclear family. Need to fix your relationship? Get a nuclear family. Do you just feel like you need to progress in life? Get a nuclear family. Nuclear family will solve all of your problems. So if you're single, they'll pressure you into dates. And when you're in a relationship, they'll pressure you into marriage because you don't want to die alone, do you? And then when you're married, they pressure you into having kids. And that's when they get you. Because if you're a woman, you're going to do most of the housework, most of the parenting, while proving that you are not a slacker at work because corporate America hates mothers. And then simultaneously recovering from spawning a child from your own flesh. So, I mean, after the first kid, they're going to ask you, when's the second kid? And then you're going to have to get a house. And you're going to have to... It's a lot of shit, man. I really got up here, I'm like, I'm going to blow some minds. Yeah. Anyway. Bernie Madoff says it's not a scheme unless you're at the bottom. Yeah. And I think those of us at the bottom, we need therapy. It sounds like we're all in therapy. I'm in therapy. I don't know if it sounds like I'm in therapy, but I am. And if not, at the very least, we need that drunk girl in the bathroom being like, slay, bitch. You are the goddess of this bathroom. And that's it.